You might have seen a lot of wealthy people on social media preaching that waking up at 5 a.m. and dedicating yourself solely to work and study is the key to success. I used to believe in this too. Even now, if I oversleep, I'll self-blame and think,
"Oh no, missed 5 a.m. again."
today is ruined. It puts me in a bad mood all day. But honestly, none of this really matters. If you are your own boss but can't enjoy leisurely mornings or stay up late at night, what's the point? What use is making money if you have no friends to share and enjoy life's pleasures with? Self-awareness, a blessing and a curse. Speaking of which, are you someone who is highly self-aware? Maybe even more so than most people? Do you often find yourself in a world of introspection, trying to better understand why you are the way you are and what psychological process drive your decisions? Perhaps you enjoy self-improvement content or psychology videos because they help you understand yourself better, allowing you to steer your life towards a brighter direction. Others might praise you for being calm and understanding, but that's because you've experienced what they haven't been through and reflected more deeply, enabling you to understand why things develop as they do and the reason behind those emotions. Have you ever been called a psychologist's friend among your peers? Being high self-aware is cool until it's not. Oh hey everyone, I'm okay ma. Thanks for your support today. This channel won't give you those clichés from traditional schooling or family, but I can assure you today's share will help you find real shortcuts in life. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video and share with your friends. It really helps the channel grow and reach for more people like you. The double-edged sword of self-awareness. High self-awareness allows you to understand yourself better than others, making it easier to control yourself. It's like playing an MMORPG where you understand the game strategies and mechanics better than others, allowing you to level up faster and get better gear. It sounds like a major boost to your character build, right? But let's be realistic. It's not that simple. It can be a blessing that enriches your life or a curse that drags you into an endless abyss. More often than not, it's the latter that has the strong pull. What do I mean by that? Sometimes high self-awareness is a torment. Have you ever learned or realized something that forever changed how you see the world? It might feel cool, right? Like you have had an awakening or becoming enlightened. But what if what you learned is something you'd rather not know? What if this awareness keeps tormenting you, making it hard to enjoy things as they are? Most of the time, high self-awareness is like this. You might be had experiences where you've just lying in bed, watching YouTube videos just like now, and a voice in your head tells you that you should be doing something more meaningful.
Like going to the gym, studying, doing homework, or developing a skill.
Then you tell that voice, maybe later, I'm a bit tired right now. But the voice strikes back, crushing you. It tells you,
you know you are not actually tired. You are just being lazy. You know this feeling is temporary. You can still taking action. In fact, once you start doing it, your feelings might change. You may feel lazy now, but once you start building momentum, you'll feel focused and engaged. Building momentum is tough, but you've done it before, so I know you can do it now.
Yet you still don't act, not out of inability, but out of choice. That voice keeps reminding you that while you are lying there looking at your handphone, you could be doing something more meaningful, but you choose not to. Does that sound too real? Type yes if you have been there too. Overcoming social anxiety and embracing self-awareness. Alright, another example is realizing you have social anxiety. You know what situation make you anxious and when your anxiety starts to spiral out of control. This leads to two choices. Scenario 1, you actively choose to avoid those situations that trigger your social anxiety, like turning down social invitation or staying home as much as possible. Scenario 2, you let yourself enter those situations, start feeling anxious, becoming aware of your anxiety, focus too much on it, which make it worse. As a result, you have a terrible time in those social settings because you are too focused on your inner world to enjoy the moment. This sounds like self-torture and self-destruction. Honestly, this is what high self-awareness feels like sometimes. It can make us leave the present moment, unable to focus on it, or make us overly focus on our issue, so much so that we internalize them and make them part of our identity.
You are not feeling anxious.
You are an anxious person.
You are not feeling lazy.
You're a lazy person. You can't enjoy a relaxing moment because you know you could be doing more. It's this moment that high self-awareness drags us down, plugging us into our own misery. Sadly, these are not occasional moments, but daily occurrence. The path forward. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds awful. Thanks for making me aware of the flaws of self-awareness. Now, I'll be thinking about it all the time, making my daily life even more painful. But it doesn't have to be that way. As I mentioned earlier, high self-awareness can be a blessing or a curse, depending on the actions we take with this knowledge. If we realize we have a lot of mental baggage to sort through, will we choose to do the inner work to prevent it from building up and manifesting in unhealthy ways? If we know we are feeling lazy and this feeling is temporarily, will we choose to push through no matter how we feel? This is how we use high self-awareness to lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The reality is, it is a very difficult task. Why? Because our brain naturally chooses the path of least resistance, and doing nothing, wallowing in our misery, is easier than going against the grain and taking action. But it's precisely because it's so difficult that it's worthwhile. The things we value in life, whether material or tangible, are not easy to obtain. If you want a nice car, you need a lot of money. If you want a high-paying job, you need to work hard to prove you are worth it. If you want a healthy relationship, you need to find someone you are compatible with. And to know who you are compatible with, you need to gain experience in many relationships. Most of the good things we have are because they are hard to come by. High self-awareness can help us understand ourselves better and in turn better control our lives. Although it's a double-edged sword, I believe it's worth it. Yes, self-awareness can be a thorn, but it's also the key to finding your life's purpose and meaning, and that's a price I'm willing to pay. How about you? Ready to grow? Click the subscribe button and join our community, embracing your own rhythm. Of course, maintaining discipline when necessary is crucial. When you are working, give it your all, but don't let your whole day be ruined just because someone said that not waking up early means you are lazy. Everyone has their own rhythm and way of doing things. If you like waking up early, then go for it. But if your most active time is between 7:30 and 9 a.m., then embrace it without guilt. Do what works for you. Don't listen to those so-called successful people who say their way is the only way to success. Forge your own path. Do your own thing. That's what I've been doing, and it works well for me. I hope this content helps you as much as it has helped me recently. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Let's grow together. Have a fantastic day and see you next time.